I'm Dana.
And I'm Kristen.
Welcome to our podcast.
What's so funny, Dana?
We are two moms from completely different walks of life.
Who discovered friendship? We're least
Why
excited.
am I friends with
This
you?
is our space to share
Every day.
and try to
Every
day is a
this
struggle.
crazy thing we call life. Whatever you are doing,
Or wherever you are headed, take Mismatched along for the ride.
Happy Wednesday!
Oh my gosh, I swear. I
Well.
can't. We are a disaster. I am a disaster, and I'm just going to try to bring Kristen down with me, I think.
Today's an interesting, neither one of us want a podcast today. Not that we don't want a podcast.
We love doing it, but it actually takes
like time
effort,
today.
and
We're like,
ugh.
But this is all because we had to reschedule our taping time because of kids.
As usual. We were
So-
supposed to do it yesterday.
I'm going to start this off with a real treat. Why did the pig break up with her boyfriend?
Hey, that is not the joke you told me earlier that
Oh,
I
it
already
wasn't.
told
This
you
is a
it was
good one.
bad.
This is a good one. So why did the pig break up with her boyfriend?
There's dirty things I could say that I don't know. I don't know why.
Because he was a real bore.
That's
A
not even
boar is
funny.
a male
I know what a
pig.
boar is. That's not even funny. That's
It is
stupid.
so funny.
That's dumb.
I actually stole that joke from a farm
Popsicle?
page. No, from a farm page. It was a Friends page. Speaking of which, Friends and farm pages, I'm going to be on a podcast this week. Today.
Are you cheating on us?
Other than our real podcast. So,
What is it?
do you think you want to
wanna
listen?
plug it?
Do you think you are going to listen?
I don't really listen to podcasts.
Well,
I'll listen, but don't you want to plug it? Say what it is.
I'm going to give you a plug.
You don't know what
but,
it is, but you're looking for it right now.
Well, I think it airs.
All right. Well, this
today.
conversation's fascinating.
Let me make sure about this. I'm really looking on my phone. I'm like, what in the world? I think it is today. Go ahead. Go on.
All right. I'll just move on since
Move on
Kristen's
without me,
clearly
since I'm
busy
here.
working on another podcast, guys, and I don't want to disrupt her working on another podcast while we're literally currently
I'm pretty
filming
sure it airs
ours.
today. But
So that's fine.
So
I have had a terrible week, and I'm
my
going to tell
friend
you.
Janice has a podcast. Even if it doesn't air today, it's called Grounded by the Farm. You can find it anywhere you find your podcast. But she's talking to me about sheep farming, which is exciting, and lamb and cooking with lamb. And I think there's going to be some really funny pieces. We taped this about a month ago. So I think it should air today, but Grounded by the Farm. So you'll have to check it out.
We'll check it out.
Yeah.
So I've had a bad week. Do you want to know what happened to me?
Okay.
I fell.
Oh, yes.
We're going to talk about it.
We have to talk. This is funny. Which leads into a whole fun
There's
conversation
so
with
many-
moms.
So many things to discuss.
Okay, go ahead. Tell your story.
Okay,
It's a good one.
so the other night, and I'm hoping some of my listeners were there and saw it happen, but so the other night it was Olivia's last softball game before playoffs, and they have a bunch of girls going on vacation, so they decided to have a little party up at the fields, to celebrate. They've had an undefeated season, which is unheard of, so exciting, blah, blah, blah. So the coaches bought pizza. Everybody was supposed to bring something to share.
What did you take to share?
So the night before, it was their coach's birthday, so I got a DQ ice cream cake.
Oh, that was easy and good.
I know. So I stopped, picked it up. I was the winner. So anyways, we had cake, we hung, everything was great. The parents possibly threw a couple seltzer beverages in their Yetis and
Seltzers?
seltzers, like you said,
Oh my
no.
gosh.
Seltzers. So we were just hanging out. It was a lovely evening. We had such a great time. And they decided we should have a parents versus kids kickball.
I love this.
So a parents versus kids kickball game broke out. It actually was so fun. I love, there's always the parents who are like, I'm not going to do that.
Oh,
Every
I'm
parent
in.
participated.
Yes,
it was so
that's
cool.
nice.
Every parent participated. So I kicked the ball. The ball is pitched to me. It's rolled to me. I kicked the ball, and I begin running to first base. And one of Olivia's teammates,
Slow-mo, I'm envisioning.
I need you guys to envision this. One of Olivia's teammates pegged me with the ball, threw it at me. It hit me. It didn't hit me hard enough to knock me over, but I wasn't expecting it, and I literally tripped over my own 2 feet running.
Shocked you.
It shocked me. And I was running to first base, and I tripped over my own 2 feet and slid into first base, which, P.S., you are not allowed to slide into first base, in case anyone is ever wondering the rules of any sport.
I wish I was there.
The whole team it like stopped the whole game, you guys. The whole team was laughing at me. Every parent, my
She's gonna
knees.
post a picture.
My knees are awful. Like, it is a wreck. And the funny thing was, I didn't even realize it at first. My hands were hurting, so I was
Was
like,
your pride hurt?
no, I'm not like
No,
that.
you're
Like,
not.
I can laugh at myself pretty well. And that's kind of what I did. I, like, got right up and laughed at myself. But my hands were hurting. I was like, oh, I must have landed on my hands. They were burning. But, like, I was like, oh, there's nothing there. I'm fine. And, like, 5 or 10 minutes later, I'm like, darn it, my knees hurt really bad. And I look, and there's blood, like, dripping down my leg through the dirt. Because it was so gross and dirty. Yeah, you guys, it was comical. I was fine.
So that part's funny. Get to the good part.
The next morning when I woke up, I couldn't.
No, later when you were
walk.
running.
Oh,
The good part.
at the same. No, it wasn't later. It was at the same
Oh, at
time.
the same time.
It was
Same
when I
time.
fell.
What happened when you fell?
I peed my pants.
Okay, so we can talk about this because Dana.
I have had 3 kids, you guys, and
Yeah,
like
it's
I
the real.
legit have like no bladder control, and I totally peed my pants. And the kids were laughing at me so hard that I think they
were gonna
potentially
pee
peed their
Tom
pants.
was laughing because this is kind of a regular occurrence.
I pee my pants all the time.
and I'll be happy to share my pee my pants story.
Yeah, but this was like a legit one. Like I actually
Well, I
peed
think
myself.
that you like probably did because of running, but because like sometimes when you get shot.
Oh, well, I was running
it, like,
and then I
smears you
fell.
and then you pee your
Yes.
pants.
Yes. But the funny thing was, I had gone pee before the game started because I was like, I'm not going to be able to run
this
those
is a
bases.
normal thing.
I better go pee.
This happens to women.
I'm going to be 40, you guys. This is what happened.
Did you just admit you're gonna be 40? She admitted she's gonna be middle aged.
No, 40 is not middle aged.
It is.
No, it's not. That means I would die at 80. I'm trying to go longer
No,
than
but
that.
it's not about your longevity of your life. It's like you've
Middle aged,
reached-
halfway through your aging.
You've reached that period of your life.
No.
So middle age is between 40 and 50.
All right.
Anyways,
Please comment
so
if you think
Dana-
40 is middle aged.
But let's talk about this like whole peeing of the pants thing because it happens sometimes. It is not the same as when you were 20.
No, like I don't like stand there
30,
and purposely pee. It just
you have a baby,
gushes out of me.
and like there's these like
I hope Olivia's
trampoline
listening.
classes that you know.
Oh, well, I was going to take a trampoline
I wanna
class
do one.
at our yoga studio, and it's really cool. It's like this trampoline class, and I was like, oh, I can't do it. I'll pee my pants. And the girl that, like, runs or teaches the class, she was like, you should just put a pad on beforehand, and you'll be fine. I'm like, not the worst idea. Actually,
So people do.
one of the moms
normal.
at softball was like, and I'm not going to say her name, but one of the moms at softball was like, I came prepared to play because we had talked about playing kickball
Yes,
beforehand.
She was prepared.
She prepared, and she was like, I have a pad on right now. Like, she knew. I
You
was
got to
like,
do your Kegels.
I should have done that.
And it happens. You have kids, they change your body forever.
I can't help it.
Fortunately, like, I'm okay, but I haven't had major problems.
Three.
But I did.
It was that
and
third
do you want
kid.
to hear my pee my pants story?
It's probably not as
I don't,
good
it's
as
not
mine.
as good. But no one's ever probably going to go down the giant slide at the Ohio State Fair ever again.
Did you pee on the giant
My
slide?
pants going down the giant slide. It was a very
Oh my gosh,
embarrassing
if
moment.
you guys go to the Ohio State Fair, do not go down the
This is
giant
not very
slide.
good advertisement for the Ohio State Fair.
No, and you're supposed to be advertising.
Well, so I went down the slide, but some other person, like another person, like rammed into me. It was like a skiing accident on the giant slide, and I don't know what happened, but it shocked me.
Did you pee on the other person?
I'm not like a rabbit. I didn't spray pee on someone. Which rabbits do spray pee, if anybody wanted to
I didn't know that. That was something about agriculture I could have gone without knowing
well,
today.
we're breeding rabbits, and that just happened yesterday.
course it
I was
did.
actually covered in rabbit pee. But anyway, so that
course
was my
it
story,
did.
And I was embarrassed because I had to get from the giant slide to the car. And I peed my
You know,
pants.
thankfully I had on these like
This has been years
camo
ago.
athletic shorts, and I don't think you could even tell.
That's good.
Yeah, I don't think you could tell. I mean, I knew I was uncomfortable, but it's fine. So
You're funny like that. You make the girls comfortable with it. Like,
I don't
you
think you
care.
can
Sometimes
see.
You just have to laugh off it.
can you guys see my knee?
holding your
I'm
knee
holding
up?
my knee up. I know. I
Hold your
realized.
knee up a little more. Let's show how. Oh my gosh, it actually looks worse. Are you
It's
touching
getting
me?
so
You're
bad.
touching me. Dana's touching me. She's in
I
my
was
face.
leaning on you,
That
but
actually,
it does not look good.
you need to moisturize.
Also,
You're-
I know.
Like put some.
And look, it's like
Neosporin on
swollen
it.
right there. You see that?
Oh, Dana.
Uh-huh.
But I say go big or go home.
But also the other issue is now I can't shave my legs in that
You're
one
gonna
little
get
spot,
little
so I have
hair.
little hair on my knee.
Well, don't look at my legs. I mean, actually, look at my legs.
You need to shave.
It is awful. Like I don't wear shorts.
Oh dear.
It's bad.
All right, moving
Oh
on.
my gosh, look right here. It is really
You
bad.
have got to shave your legs. Moving on.
Situation.
What
I
else?
want to talk about the next thing. We talked about the forehead thing.
Oh, okay. So I went to go get my nails done the other day,
I
and
never heard this.
What do you mean?
I'd never heard this, what you're going to
Oh,
say.
like how? Yeah. Oh, you never heard? Yeah. So I went to get my nails done, and I was like talking to my friend that does my nails, and I can't remember exactly how we even got on the subject, but she was like, well, because I have a 5 head, and I was like, say what now? And she's like, I have a 5 head. I'm like, I don't know what that is.
I didn't
She's like,
either.
well, like most people have a 4 head, which would be, and she held her
I
4
wanna know, like-
fingers up to her forehead.
Oh, I just have a 1, 2, forehead. I have a forehead.
Forehead. That's what I have. So forehead. And she's like, no, I have a 5 head. So she's
Does
like,
she
I
really have a 5 head?
She does have so she has a higher hairline.
Yeah.
So my
her-
daughter has that. Like Olivia's got a real high hairline, so she's got a larger forehead. But apparently it's referred to as a 5 head. I had never heard this.
that.
So then of
The
course,
kids all knew, though.
oh, they did.
They did. We were there. They're like, yeah, it's how many fingers
I
you
didn't
can
even
fit
hear
across
them.
your forehead. No, they all knew.
So I Googled it because I thought she was lying to me, and I Googled 5 head meaning, and it says a large forehead. It's a noun, 5 head, plural, 5 heads, humorous, a large forehead.
It's humorous, all right.
So I thought that was interesting. I'd be curious to know if anyone else has ever heard of a 5 head before.
So this week, or this last week, we spent a couple days in Richmond, Virginia. Beautiful city. I think we saw it all. We walked about 4 miles, 3.98. We said, Bill and I did. We had a couple hours, and we said if we would have known we walked 3.98 miles, we would have walked 2 times more. So we walked
Just to say
4
4 miles. Yeah, that's like
It
so
was kind of
silly.
ridiculous. But we were there, and so we had this little dinner, and it was delightful. And we're walking out of dinner, and someone's standing there with a bottle of wine, and everybody's talking about it. And they're like, oh, like, have you ever heard of Dave Matthews? This is his wine. So the Virginia Tourism Bureau donated the wine for the evening. It was an agricultural organization, so Virginia was sharing some of their delightful wines with us. And so this was Dave Matthews. And then they keep rattling on about it. Like, anybody want a bottle? And I'm like, I do, because Dana is a huge.
I am, you guys. I am a
Matthews
huge
fan.
Dave Matthews fan. Like, always have been since, like, high school.
And this was the bottle of wine that he had actually drawn or designed the label.
The label
so
is
I brought
beautiful.
her back a bottle of red
I
wine.
threw it away.
Yeah, you did. I see
I mean-
how much you liked my thoughtful gift.
Well, we drank it. We drank the wine,
No,
and then
just
we
kidding.
finished
It's
the
fine.
bottle. So we
but
threw it
anyways,
away.
we traveled with the wine in the suitcase. And I'm like, well, this will be fun for the podcast to talk about this one way or the other. Like, if it breaks and ruins
I think
all
it
of
would
my
have been a better
clothes,
story
it
if
would
it
have been
broke.
better if it would have.
I mean,
But
the wine was
actually
delightful, and it
relieved
was a great
because
bottle.
You know that dress from Madewell that I got like a couple weeks ago that was
Yes.
white? It was in there, and
Oh,
that would
well,
have been
that's-
bad.
that would have been bad.
And to kind of go back a couple podcasts, I actually got a bra that doesn't hide that hides for the dress. So I
Oh,
can wear
and you
it.
said that a friend of yours recommended
My
another
cousin,
bra.
she
Oh, your
says
cousin.
Third Love.
Third
Wasn't it-
Love.
Wasn't that what it was?
You texted
Oh,
it to
shoot.
me. I have to look it up because I want
Now
to
that
order
say
it.
that, it might not be Third Love.
Wait, I just need to like go back. So the wine she's referring to, Dave Matthews does have a wine company out of California, and I think it's out of Napa, and it's Dreaming Tree Wines. This was not Dreaming Tree Wines. This was like his own vineyard in because he's actually from Charlottesville, Virginia, and
Yeah.
so it's actually there. So that's what was a little bit cooler than just because you can get Dreaming Tree like at any wine store, Giant Eagle,
Right.
grocery store. They sell Dreaming Tree everywhere. So this was like specific.
It was.
It was
And
pretty
so apparently
cool.
his sister lives
Yeah.
in the house on the vineyard, on the farm, and he visits there often, and
That's
he does
really
own
cool.
it. And so kind of a fun story.
It was a little more personalized, I felt like, than just getting like a bottle of Dreaming
Yeah,
Tree.
well, we
It
thought it was
very
just
cool.
fun and something to bring back.
And it was a
from
great bottle of
Virginia.
wine.
It was good. It was
Yeah,
nice.
we split it. It was a
a
great
red
bottle.
blend. It was good. The label was nice.
Yeah.
And it didn't cost me anything, and I was able to share with
She
you.
bought me a free.
I bought her a free
she
bottle.
bought me a free bottle of wine, guys. She's a real winner.
It is Third Love bras, by the way.
Third Love.
So
Okay, so we
my
have to look
cousin
that up.
highly recommends them. You had asked that a couple weeks ago. See, she listened to the podcast. She
Mm-hmm.
answered one of Dana's questions, so you'll have to let us know how it goes. But I did get the bra that worked for the dress, so I got to wear the dress, and that worked out well too. But I got them from Anthropologie, the little
Like not
stick-on.
pasties,
They
but
were
yeah.
like little stick-ons, and it actually worked really, really well. So
That's awesome.
yeah.
Okay, what else are we talking about?
Well, you talked the other day something about like
Oh,
you have to
I know
sleep
what it
in
is.
darkness.
So I do not like to sleep with any light. Like there cannot be. So this is an issue in our house right now because we have in our backyard on the shed we've got a motion sensor light,
Oh,
and
yes, you're all censored up.
it is always on. Like always, there's no sensor going off. It is just on, and I'm like, Tom, honestly go unscrew the light bulb. Like, it's making me insane. Because even with all of our blinds closed, I like to sleep in pitch black darkness. And my son, Sam, is the same way, but his bedroom is on the opposite side of the house, like the front of the house, where ours is on the back. And we have a motion sensor light above the garage. We do. Tom's a little cuckoo with the stuff.
Nobody tried to break into
So,
his
oh my God, every sensor will go off. Like, it's insane. So, the same issue is going on with the front sensor light above the garage, and that's right outside Sam's room. So we've been complaining. So Tom, of course, like, had to spend $1 gazillion and buy all new sensor lights, but he wanted to get the ones that, like, when the motion sensor light kicks on, a camera kicks on. Does that make sense? Like, we have a Ring doorbell and all that, but, like, this is like a whole other. So, anyways, I was like complaining to him. And I think that may have been how we got started on a subject, but then I was telling you how I really like to sleep in, like, complete darkness.
Where are we going with this, Dana? You went
I
down
know.
the rabbit hole.
I had to reel it in. Sorry. But that's where I was saying. I have to sleep with a sleep mask some days. And you thought that this was weird. Does anyone else sleep with a sleep mask?
I think this is bizarre, but I understand.
Why would they sell them if no one uses
But
them?
I feel like you're fancy. Like you're trying to be
Not
like a
fancy. I'm trying.
princess.
Well, okay. Now, in my defense, also, I do get migraines.
You do.
And
We're not making fun of
when
that.
I get a migraine,
Nobody
I have
wants
to be
around you when you have a
I'm not a friendly person. I can't really. If you're a migraine sufferer, I feel for you because it is way more than just a headache. You actually like are. For me, I'm shut down. Like, I have to be in pitch black. So I like my
I
mask.
think it's kind of funny. Do you wear slippers around your house too?
Some days I
You're
have little
fuzzy?
Ugg fuzzy
Of course
slippers.
she does.
But I actually just bought a new mask at TJ Maxx, and you can put it in the refrigerator, and it's got a gel pack in
Does
it,
it
and
help
it's
the bags
cooling.
under the eyes?
Are you
Not
telling
like
me I
you
have bags
have
under my
them, but
eyes?
like, does it help with that? Because if that helps, I might wear one.
Does anyone else find that to be incredibly rude?
You always point out the things you think are rude, and you know I don't mean them.
You just told me
I do
I
have a good
bags
eye
under my
cream.
eyes.
One of our.
What the heck? Who says this?
No, I'm not. Like, I could use like some compress, so I might try.
I'm
it,
not
but
middle-aged.
sleep.
You are.
I am very much middle-aged.
Anyways,
Middle-aged.
whatever. Anyways, I can't believe you
I
just
want
told
to
me I have
know
bags
who
under
wears
my eyes.
a face mask.
Do you wear a
But
face mask?
I do understand because at night sometimes we fall asleep with the TV on, which I realize is a terrible habit. But then it switches over to like the saver of the TV, which is a fish tank. And I really need to figure out how to change
I think you can
that.
change it.
You totally can.
Yeah.
I've just never taken the time. And so when I'm sleeping, like I swear I can see the light through my eyes.
Oh, yeah, for
sometimes.
sure.
And
For
Bill's
sure.
like, you're crazy.
No,
'Cause I'm like,
for
if you wake
sure.
up, could you turn it off? So like, but I know without
But
opening my eyes that it's on.
even when my eyes are closed, if the light is on outside, I know it. And we even have like a little night light in our bathroom.
Maybe I should be trying a face mask.
I'm telling. It's
Maybe
not
I'll
a face mask, just an
eye
eye
mask.
mask.
Eye mask.
It's
A face mask.
it's literally called a sleep mask.
A sleep mask.
It's meant for sleeping.
Sounds like a costume. I don't know. I've never really seen one.
I'm gonna show it to you.
Okay, wear it. I want to
I'll show
see
you.
it. So something fun before
gonna
we
put a
run out of
post up
time that I
asking.
want to share that we did this past week as well is that Bill, the fruit farmer Bill Patterson, is going to show a steer, which is an animal, like a beef cow, kind of. If you're not from the like livestock word, it's a beef animal, but it's a castrated male, and he's going to show it at the
Wait, back it up. Not sure what any of this is.
Okay.
Tell
So,
me.
We have this conversation.
Break it
a
down.
lot. So if you say, oh, those are really nice cows, because, in children's books, there's like, oh, it's a picture of a cow. It's a picture of a pig. But a cow is a female bovine that is actually given birth. So like you're a cow, I'm a cow. We're cows because
Nobody
we've
else would
given
rather
birth.
talk about my sleep mask.
Anyways, so then if like a female bovine that hasn't had a baby is called a heifer. And then a male is
I
called
had a
bull.
girlfriend who used to call her
A heifer.
ex-husband's new wife a heifer.
She might have been hot. I don't know. Usually heifers are like, young and cute.
Mm-hmm.
And then they give birth and they like lose bladder control and like it's.
I'm a heifer.
You're a heifer.
I think I was a heifer.
You used to be a heifer. Now you're a cow.
Now I'm a cow.
Anyways,
She's really batting 1,000.
Bill is going to show one of these at the Ohio State Fair, so we'll keep you updated on this. But the bottom line is that all the proceeds,
The fair that you peed down the slide on.
the fair that I peed down the giant slide, all the proceeds go to the Ronald McDonald House. And so it's going to be a really fun way, instead of like a golf outing or something like that, to raise money for a really good cause. But I mean, Bill has cowboy boots now. We'll leave it at that. But he has cowboy boots and he has like Western jeans and he actually looks pretty good. I was a little nervous because I'm like, we can't have you looking silly. So you've seen a picture.
I did.
To you. There's
I did.
Actually, there's a reel on my Instagram page. It's pretty funny. He didn't buy the hat. Actually, no, he told me he did. Right? Isn't that what he said?
Yeah, he said he bought the hat.
Anyways, it's going to be really interesting. So stay tuned for all of that. But there's some fun fundraising coming up that we'll be sharing.
It's so random.
It's so funny. This is something very funny for me. Okay, fast five. And then we got to do it fast because we're out of time.
Is it my turn?
You got to pick one for me.
Shoot. Fast five. Five stores that you could not live without.
Stores?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, I like my grocery store. Back home, where we don't have a Heinen's, we have a Meijer, which they now have one up in this area. But
They're building more.
Yeah, I like a good grocery store. I like to know where the grocery aisles are, where everything is. Like I like to know, that they have what I need, which the grocery stores that I shop at have. 5 things I couldn't live without. What did you say?
No, 5 stores that you
five
couldn't live without. Jeez, oh man.
I've already lost track.
She's like worse than my kids. No one listens to me.
I like TJ Maxx.
Mm-hmm.
I also really like Anthropologie.
Mm-hmm.
I like Ever Eve.
Mm-hmm.
And one more. Oh, I love REI.
I cannot believe Costco did not come into this
That's
list.
my husband. That's Bill's. Bill's the more Costco person than me. So that's my Fast Five. Friends, we have run out of time today.
I hope you all have a fantastic week.
It's going to be a good one. Until next time, friends, we're mismatched.
Bye.